All right. Just give me 1 second, guys. Get everything situated. We'll get started with the live stream. All right, let's see. I think that'll work. I think so. What's going on, everybody? Sorry, I'm just trying to get this camera where I want it. YouTuber problems. Cool, that'll work. I think we'll just make that work. What's going on, guys? So I'll wait for everybody to get in and we'll go ahead and start the live stream. I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's weird that we're doing this on a Monday, but hey, at least we're here. Let's see. I'm having the worst trouble with this. You know what, we're just gonna leave it. Can you guys hear me? If you can't, give me a thumbs up. Oh, okay, perfect, cool. All right, I hope all of you guys are doing well. As you're coming in, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, I'd really appreciate it, guys, as usual. Cruising in July. We'll talk about all that, because there's everything going on with the CDC and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. So we will definitely talk about that. Handsome. Stop it. You're going to make me blush. You can't see it because... Anyway, yeah, so a lot of stuff going on with cruising right now. Still got this issue with the CDC. We're still waiting to see what they're going to do. And I really do hope they don't put the... reinstate the CDC no sale order. Because obviously that's not going to be good for anybody if they were to do that. Because we know... I don't know what's going to happen for cruising if they do reinstate the CDC no sale order. But we'll see. At this point, I don't think they will, but you never know. What's going on, guys? Tuscan, Arizona. Okay, where's everybody from? Where's everybody else from? Hope you're feeling better. I'm doing okay. I got a stuffy nose. It just came out of the blue when I woke up this morning. And, my first thought was all right, do I really want to go do research, put a video together, edit, write a script, record and all that stuff? It takes forever. So I figure I just do a live stream and catch up for the one that I missed yesterday. Venice, Florida. Oh, okay, cool. Gotta love Florida. Kentucky, Richmond. Where else are you guys from? We got anybody from outside of the U.S.? SoCal, Chicago. I'm from Chicago. That's where I was born. In Hampshire. Oh, okay, Hampshire in the UK. Nice. Nice. Oh, wow. You guys are from everywhere. All right, we'll get into it. So, book January on January 20th on Royal Caribbean. Don't think it's going to happen. Probably not, to be honest. I mean, right now, as of right now, we have not heard from NCL or Royal Caribbean as of yet as far as the cancellations. They've only canceled for the rest of the year. But I do think we'll probably hear from them at some point this week. If not later, maybe later today or within the next couple days. Because since, we have these subsidiaries and Carnival itself, they're doing all these cancellations. Royal Caribbean and NCL especially cannot just sit back and just let that happen, because everybody's going to wonder what's going on with them, because people are already on edge that have cruises booked with Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, and NCL. So I do think we will probably hear from them sometime this week as far as the cancellations, at least for January. Was that... They won't reinstate the no sale order. Trust me, the conditional sale sets out everything required for sailing. The ball is in the industry's court. No, I agree. I'm saying, I don't think it will happen, but it's not off the table. It's not off the table at all. They could definitely reinstate it. I mean, you see, you got members of Congress that are still pushing with the CDC to try to get it reinstated. I hope it doesn't happen, and I don't think it'll happen, because the framework honestly is perfect. And I think the cruise lines need to, as soon as possible, start these simulated cruises. And that way they can still kind of show the world, the CDC, and say, hey, look, we've already started. We haven't had an issue as of yet. Let this run its course, and then we can go from there. And then everybody can make a actual, factual, scientific decision on whether cruising should actually happen or not. Just like, MSC has the opportunity, and they haven't had anything happen. So I think it's up to the cruise lines right now. But they definitely, in my opinion, need to get started with these simulated and test sailings as soon as possible. I'm on pins and needles. This is crazy. 1 month and we're out in limbo. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just don't think we're out of the woods as of yet. I really don't. The issue is the rate of the virus, not just in the U.S., also amongst the crew, and I have a scoop for you. What kind of scoop? What you got? Yeah, so, I mean, there's still a lot. We still got a lot to go through before we even think about seeing cruising happening for paying passengers again. I'm a crew member from Celebrity, and I'm going back in January for simulated cruises. Yeah, I would assume it's still, at this point, for most of the cruise lines, the simulated cruises are going to start in January, probably at the very, very beginning of January. That way they can do at least a month or two of simulated cruises and go from there. Not out of the woods, wait for the vaccines. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit for the live stream. Carnival Horizon's in Miami right now. Yeah, I know it just arrived. And then you got some, I believe the Wonder was heading over that way. But I think, especially I might make a video on it tomorrow, but I do think that as far as the ports, the only ports that we might see for like maybe even the first half of 2021 will probably be Miami. It'll probably be Port Canaveral, and then they'll probably go over to Galveston from there. I don't think we'll see a New York for a while. I don't think we'll see any of the ports in California for a while, just due to how everything's working out, even if there are vaccines, because the vaccines, there's actually a guy that messaged me a couple days ago talking about the vaccine, saying that I shouldn't be speaking on it. But here's the thing. I would never claim to be a scientist or excuse me, anything like that. But I know the vaccines are going to cause a lot of chaos for sure. Definitely. I can almost guarantee it. Excuse me, guys. I think it's going to be a problem because you have so many people that are skeptical about the vaccine, like myself. You have people that are hardcore, diehard anti-vaxxers. And then you got, there's just so much that's going to be in the works, or just how people feel about the vaccine when it comes out. So, and then you already have concerts and not cruise lines yet, but I think cruise lines are going to make it mandatory. So it's going to be a lot of problems just full circle before we figure out exactly how everything's going to work out with the vaccine. Let's see, I think I missed something. Oh, what's up, Rob? Yeah, my moderator. How you doing, Rob? I hope you're good too. I'm all right. I got a stuffy nose and it's really annoying, but you guys ever had that? And it's like you feel so stopped up. It's not fun. We'll see. Yes, the Wonder and Fantasy are on their way to the Port Canaveral as we speak. Yeah, I figured. Any news about Princess? No, other than the recent cancellations for Princess, there hasn't been any more updates. I don't have anything as of yet. And then that video that I put out of what's going on with their ships. I know they have ships coming from the Philippines over to the United States, but that's it. Disney removed all January and February sailings. Yeah, they did that in silence too. So I'm probably going to talk about that tomorrow, but they removed all of them. And let's say they at least hoping to sail with March with sometime with passengers. I could see, honestly, at this point, cruising. I mean, March is a possibility. But I'm looking more toward April, to be honest with you guys. Like when we're full-fledged into spring as far as cruising. The Fantasy won't be in Port Canaveral until Wednesday after Thanksgiving. I'm expecting they're quarantining on the ship. Probably. All the crew and everybody. Disney has told my friend not to sail on anything for them until 2022. Wow, really? Uh-oh, let's hear the scoop. The scoop is that there have been some COVID outbreaks on some ships in Manila Bay. Yeah, that I know. This is affecting some of the engineering departments and on the ships. May delay their sailings, very chaotic. Yeah. Oh, look, Diane's here, my moderator. Oh, I don't look well. No, I feel fine. It's just, you ever get stopped up with sinus? It's annoying. It really is. Like I'm trying to breathe and my nose is kind of runny too. And I'm like, all right, well, I got to deal with it. But yeah, so, I mean, that's something that I would never like put on the video because I can't prove it, right? And the media outlets, they're not going to talk about it because it's kind of hidden stuff. But yes, there are outbreaks going on, not like everywhere, but of course, different ships that are just kind of like waiting in like Manila Bay and other parts of the world, bringing the crew back on. Yes, they are having outbreaks on board their ships, and they're just trying to keep it on the down low because they don't want another fiasco with the mainstream media. And that's what's happening right now, and it's definitely delaying the process for the cruise lines to start back up. Disney's hoping to get the crew on 2 of their ships to testing soon, but we don't know what that means for testing ships. Could be December or January. I think January. As of right now, like honestly, I think it'd be a good idea to start in this, like maybe mid-December if they can. But it's so chaotic right now with the CDC and everything else going on, the framework for cruise lines to start next month. I don't think it's really possible. I mean, they should, but it's a matter of can they do it? That's the bigger issue, I think. I think they want to get started by summer season. What do you mean? You think they won't? You think cruising won't start until summer? I mean, that would not be fun for anybody. Let's see. I guess they should expect my Harmony of the Seas January 3rd to cancel. Yeah, I would. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think we're probably gonna get a call, an update from NCL and Royal Caribbean sometime this week. Especially considering that we're already hearing from multiple cruise lines with the Carnival Corporation. It's inevitable that we're gonna hear back from those two lines as well. At this point. So, exactly. This is why I can't reveal the names of the ships in question, but they are all Carnival subsidiary companies. Yeah, I mean they're Carnival ships. There are other ships out there that have crew on board that, let's say, they might have 1 or 2 people on board with the virus, you know, but they don't want to report that stuff because they're trying to start back up. And if they say, all right, well, we're in Manila Bay right now, and you know, we have 3 cases on board with the virus, it's going to hinder that whole process of them trying to get the crew back on board to start back up in some timely manner. I heard they might cancel the Royal Caribbean test cruises because of the CDC. You think so? I mean, I haven't heard anything about that, to be honest with you, but I mean, who knows with the CDC, you know? With everything going on, there is the framework, but there's also the reality that the CDC no-sail order could get reinstated. So, sorry guys, give me 1 second. Had to get my candy. Let's see. Do you think that when they start, they should limit the cruises to passengers who can drive to the port, not fly? This is why masks greatly prevent what's happening on smaller ships. I think that'll kind of be the natural reaction for the cruise lines. Whenever they start back up, it would only make sense if they kind of set limitations and say maybe, let's say, which obviously they would make a lot less money, but they could say maybe if you're only, if you're native to the area, right? Let's say if you're in Miami and they say, well, you can only, or Port Miami, you can only go on this cruise if you're a Florida resident. You know, I don't think they do that, but it's a possibility. But if they were to do that, it's like you would have like nobody on the ship. So, I mean, I think that's probably the downside to it. So I don't really know exactly how they're going to do that, but I would assume they would set some kind of limitations. Obviously, internationally, you can't fly over anyway. So we'll just have to see. I don't think it'd be reinstated. The CDC has instead made a public announcement to tell the people it's not safe to cruise. Now it's up to the individual. Honestly, it should have been up to the individual since day one. I mean, you know, this whole thing has gotten out of hand. It's like everybody, and I'm not trying to get political, there's just a lot of control going on, and I think that's only natural when people try to shut something down. Am I working the Bucks game today? Yeah, so literally after I do this live stream, I got to go over to the Tampa Bay Bucks arena. So yeah, I'll be out there for the game today. Jumping around on some stilts. Nothing crazy. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. April, the earliest ballpark. Okay, yeah. Given different countries and virus. Exactly. I mean, right now, I think there is no other way. I could see spring being probably the best chance for cruising to actually like start. You know, like I'm not talking about maybe like 1 ship per cruise line, maybe just like a couple ships. I could see April. But again, it all hinges on what's going on with the vaccine and everything else and how smoothly that transition goes. And I don't think it'll go smoothly. I really don't. Do they have you working at the Super Bowl since it's Raymond James Stadium? I'm trying to work on a contract right now. But, you know, the Super Bowl and COVID and everything else, there is no telling right now. Nothing's been officiated. Let's say, I think the CDC will extend the CDC interference. Yeah. Oh, the CDC will continue to butt in and out. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. You know, there's so many things going on. The cruise lines, it's like they can help distract too. Any updates from NCL? No. That's what I'm saying. I think we'll probably hear from NCL and Royal Caribbean sometime this week, to be honest with you, because literally the last thing NCL put out was them talking about Embark, that docuseries with Choir of Man. So they haven't put anything serious out. So we'll see. I would assume, my assumption, that we would hear from NCL and Royal Caribbean sometime this week. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. What was that? Somebody say something about my birthday? Oh, missed you last 2 live streams. Oh, that's okay. Happy belated birthday. Did I have a good birthday? Yeah, I did. I'm not going to say I feel old because I know people are going to jump all over me for it, but I do. I swear I was just 21. Now look at me. Let's see. Where can we watch the Embark series? Anyone? I had a link on the on the video that I talked about it. I think if you just look it up, you'll find a link, no problem. I don't think anybody's had a problem finding that, to be honest with you. I can't tell you exactly where because I think it was like a portal that it took you to from the official website. So, what was that? Paul Selman, he said, Credit to you, Jay. You said so many months ago that cruising won't resume in the U.S. this year. You tried to be optimistic, but you were on point. That's why I subscribed to your channel. Thank you. I mean, I'm just somebody that believes in common sense, you know, but truth is, common sense isn't common. I was never trying to be negative. I was just being honest and trying to get people to understand that it's not so cut and dry. Sorry, I thought somebody was at my door. It's not so cut and dry as far as how things were going to go. And I think we all should have known that from the beginning, considering how quickly this virus like just showed up, you know. Yeah, so that's just how I feel about it. I'm younger than you. Don't say that you're getting old. I do. For real. Like, I mean, just coming from like a dancer and entertainer and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I'm getting old. That's all. That's like my biggest fear, by the way. I wish I could find the fountain of youth. I'd be happy. I attended a meeting last week. Royal Caribbean is basing a strategy for resumption of 1 mask, 2 tests, and 3 therapeutics for vaccine. Yeah, I mean, I would assume it's going to go down that some type of process for every single cruise line. That's the only way they can go. We have the same birthday. Oh, okay, you're 68. Look, we're both Scorpios. That's all that matters. We're the best type of people to ever walk the face of the earth, all right? I know people out here will try to argue that, but it's the truth. Scorpios are the best. We have superpowers. We do. So let's get that clear right away. I missed something. Give me a second. I think a mandatory quarantine when people return from cruising is going to kill the business more. I get being safe and all that. Yeah, I mean, so that's the issue. I think it's going to cause a lot of problems for people. It's that you have to potentially quarantine before you go on the cruise, and then after the cruise you got to quarantine. So you're talking about maybe anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. So to take a 1 week cruise, you're talking about quarantining, right, or having about a month off just to take a 1 week cruise. You know what I mean? I don't think there are many people out there that could do that. I really don't. I had no idea Scorpios were delusional. No, Scorpios are right. We're 100% right. Okay, we have superpowers. We have hyper awareness. Okay, it's just how it is. It's the facts. Don't hate. All right, it's the truth. Let's see. I'll let you know the latest. Royal Caribbean, Celebrity ASAP, head office, etc. Oh, yeah, let me know. I just think as far as the general public goes, we're going to hear from NCL and Royal Caribbean probably sometime this week. You know what I mean? It's like whenever there's an announcement by one big cruise line, let's say Carnival, and the rest of them don't follow suit, all it does is make their customers and everybody involved a little bit more paranoid. So if they don't make an announcement within this week, people are still going to be, they're going to get even more paranoid and they're going to end up reaching out to them. They might as well just go ahead and, you know, put it out there. We already established that Justin does not like Geminis. I mean, it's not that I don't like Geminis. And I'm not a big Zodiac guy either, to be honest with you. I just understand what I am. All right. So Geminis are cool sometimes. Carnival canceled, Disney canceled today though, today through January. It's coming. Yeah, it is coming. You know, I think, let's say like Disney and Carnival, they've only canceled till January, but you also have what, Holland America and Princess, they've canceled until what, March? So it's only a matter of time. What about Virgin Cruises? Oh, excuse me. Virgin has been extremely silent. They have. I forgot how long they canceled for already. I'm pretty sure they canceled for the year, but I thought they canceled into January, something like that. I'll have to double check with Virgin. But, you know, we'll see. Yeah, they've gone quiet. They definitely have. I'm wondering how they're staying afloat. You know what I mean? Pun intended. But, you know, they haven't had a paying passenger, but they got these, you know, this cruise ship that's just docked wherever it is, unless they got a deal where they could dock it somewhere for free. It's costing them a lot of money. Whatever maintenance and central crew they have on board too. Sorry guys, I'm missing a lot. What did I see? I think one of the big problems is vaccination, if required, is the documentation. Just had 2 negative COVID pre-tests, but I could prove that the cruise company or anybody else yeah, no, not really. Yeah, I mean, so there's going to have to be a lot of things that are made official when it comes to, let's say, the vaccines and testing and all that on board the ship. Because let's say I want to go on a cruise and then I go to some random like office in some random part of town, and then I take that test. It says negative. I take it to the cruise line, say, hey, I got my test done, and it's not the correct test. You know, there are a lot of things that are going to have to be established prior to, let's say, even thinking about cruising. Cruise lines are going to have to say, look, you're going to have to go to maybe one of these places, one of these approved places, and kind of go from there. You know, it's going to be a monster coming back for sure. I guarantee it. A lot of Celebrity Cruises crew flew to Miami this month to join Celebrity Edge. Yeah, I know. So a friend of mine from Romania, she actually works on the Celebrity Edge show. I communicate with her a lot, and she keeps me up to date on everything's going on with Celebrity. Let's see. Hold on, I missed a super chat. Let me scroll down. Oh, Dax, as usual, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. He says, hope things are going great for you this morning, afternoon, in case. Peace out, dude. Oh, okay. I'll see you later. I don't know if you're leaving or not, but no, seriously, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Let me see where the Scarlet Lady is in a dockyard. Oh yeah, I think that was the last place that I went to, in Genoa. Okay, over in Italy. Refitted with various amendments and original design. Yeah, so I think they were trying to. I thought they were going to refurbish a ship that hasn't even had passengers yet. Maybe they're going to fix that pool. I don't know, but you know, they haven't even had passengers, and they're spending probably millions of dollars right now. So what does it mean for Virgin Cruises? I'm really curious to see how it's going to go. Oh, somebody already said it. Are they fixing the pool? Yeah, exactly. I hope they do. When is Virgin taking ownership of the Valiant Lady? Don't quote me on this, but I thought that was supposed to be happening in 2022. I think. I'll have to go look after this, but I'm not exactly sure when they're taking the Valiant Lady, but I think it'll probably be delayed now, I'm assuming. Arnold Donald said on the BBC last week that it was okay financially until summer, then it's sinking. Yeah. So what's going to end up happening as far as that goes? I mean, obviously right now we don't have to worry about any of the big guys going bankrupt or anything like that, but I think between, let's say, if cruising doesn't happen until spring, we may see something happen with the cruise line. We may see a cruise line go bankrupt. Like, not a super big one, but probably one that's at least somewhat well known to everybody. Because obviously the ones that can last the next 6 months, because they're going to need it. Even if cruising starts in spring, they're going to need that additional revenue that they have. Whatever they have in the bank, they'll need it. I think a lot of cruise lines, unfortunately, are either going to go under or they're going to have to drastically cut down a lot of ships. Richard Branson needs to cut his loss and sell the Scarlet Lady and the other ship of her class, at least partially sell the line. I hope not. Maybe they'll merge, merge with another company or something. Who knows? I just think they had the best or the worst timing probably in the history of the cruise ship industry to start a brand new line. And it's just kind of like the luck of the draw at the end of the day. There's only so much you can do about that particular situation. So we'll see. I've never seen a smaller pool than on the Scarlet Lady. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what they were thinking when it came to the pool, but I know a lot of people don't like it at all. Let's see. The tattoo parlor on the Scarlet Lady never made sense either. Imagine if a wave hits the ship the wrong way and they mess up. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like there's so many factors involved with the Scarlet Lady that I don't know what they're going to do. And it's like now they got to go spend millions and go right back and try to fix it all over again. Any MSC update? January still open for booking? No, nothing from MSC yet. But like I said, we've already heard from the Carnival Corporation. I think it's only a matter of time before we start hearing from Royal Caribbean, NCL, MSC. They're probably going to say something probably this week because there's a lot of pressure now since there's already been cancellations. So we'll see. And then whatever we do, I'll be sure to let everybody know. But I do think we're probably going to hear something, I don't know, maybe between like this week, which I would assume this week because it would only make sense, or we're going to hear something next week. Because, the cruise lines can't stay silent. And with the reputation already tarnished for the cruise lines, for them to wait until, let's say, a month prior to do all their cancellations, it's just not a good look. So I think we'll probably hear from MSC, Royal Caribbean, and NCL sometime this week. I never understood bowling. I need to make a video talking about things that just don't make sense on a cruise ship. Let's see. Bowling on the ship. Went bowling on the Bliss Lounge. Lost every game because the ship lifted. Yeah, it listed. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, tattoo is another thing. I don't think I'd ever get a tattoo while on a cruise. I don't mind getting tattoos, but like, man, I couldn't do it. Let's see. Hey, Jay, do you honestly think Symphony of the Seas will sail in Miami February 20th of 2021? Thank you from Corpus Christi. Yeah, it'll sail, but, as a guest, you won't be on it. I think even up until maybe February, there will still be simulated and test cruises going on. I'm sure of it. Well, not sure of it, but you guys know what I mean. I think January and February, there's going to be just more test sailings in it than anything else going on. Because that whole testing process is going to take a little while. Golf on a cruise ship can be super windy. Yeah, I've tried it. I've tried it. It was horrible. My guess is after the vaccine comes out and seems positive, April will be loosened up around. Yeah, I think so. It says I need a simulated Oreo cheesecake. Well, you and me both. If I can go to the Garden Cafe right now, I would be there. I guarantee it. I love Oreo cheesecake so much. I miss it. Valiant Lady now due to enter service in May 2021, latest date. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. I can see at the end of 2021. With all these delays and whatnot, I don't see that happening at all. I do not think they can mandate the vaccine. Could be wrong. Not sure if there will be enough time for that. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, guys. I think the vaccine situation is going to be a whole nother monster to tackle for everybody, for the world. You know, especially between all the politics, unfortunately, the conspiracy theories, the anti-vaxxers that have been that way since day one. It's going to be an issue. Will Morella Discovery be sailing in the Caribbean in February? No, I don't see that happening. Definitely not. Definitely not. Like, I do believe these test sailings, if they happen in January, for the most part, they'll either be continuing or they'll be wrapping up around February. Because the test sailings are going to take at least a month, month and a half, maybe 2 months to do. Because they're not just going to do one. Because essentially, ideally, what it would look like is they do a test sailing with just the crew, okay? Get them acclimated to all the new health and safety protocols. And then do one with volunteers, and then after that do the phase-in approach. But it's not so cut and dry like that. They're going to do multiple sailings, guaranteed, before they move to the next step. Because even if they have an incident where, let's say it's just media, influencers, people in their loyalty programs, it's still going to be an issue if something happens. Do you think March spring break is a no-go? For cruising, probably. Maybe. Big maybe. Let's see, what'd you say, Rob? Also, I think with no cruise travel ban in place in the UK, and Marella being British company, then that's until lifted. Nobody will be on the ships. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Will I take the vaccine? Not at first. No. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I also believe in questioning everything. This whole pandemic alone is just really weird, you know? And don't get me wrong, I don't want to be political or anything like that, or talk about conspiracy theories or anything like that either, but I just think this whole situation is really, really, really random, really weird, and it gives me, like, I guess, weird vibes about everything that's going on, you know? I really do. So, no, I will not take the vaccine until I see that everything is okay, I guess. I mean, but we don't know. They don't even know the long-term effects. And then if something happens, you can't even sue the pharmaceutical companies. That's a little fishy to me, don't you think? It just doesn't add up. You know? And again, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but, you know, like, call it selfish, but or what you want. But I also know I'm young, I'm healthy. I don't need it. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't even take the flu vaccine. Flu vaccine. You guys know what I mean. But I don't take it, and I've never had the flu. You know what I mean? So I'd rather not be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like this whole thing, this whole year, I felt it. Like, it's weird. In like in February, March, I knew something was gonna go down, and it's just been so weird since then. Like, some things just aren't adding up between all the, you know, everything else that went on this year. So we'll have to see. Anyway, somebody asked something about. Let me see. I gotta find it, guys. What did I say about my traditional spring break? I walked away. I was just saying that we probably, if things are going the way it's going right now, we won't see cruising happening until probably April, because, you know, there's still going to be the test sailings. If the test sailings start in January, I'm assuming they're going to be continued or probably wrapping up around February, because it's going to take a month or so. Excuse me, depending on how many sailings that the cruise lines decide to do, whether it be just the crew or the test or simulated cruises, because I don't think they'll do just one. In a perfect world they would, but it's not going to be possible. There's so many things that don't seem to add up. You don't know what or who to trust. I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys would question everything. Question everything in life, everything, because there's so much work to, like, I mean, after traveling all over the world, like, my whole perspective has completely changed than when I had never been anywhere. You know what I mean? And it really makes you think. Have you ever taken a vaccine for smallpox, yellow fever, tuberculosis? These are risky and simple. I had to take I had to get a yellow fever, I guess a vaccine, yellow fever shot when I was working for NCL. That's the only one I've taken. Diane's got to go back to work. See you later, Diane. Thanks for tuning in. I don't think of cruising to 2023 or 2024. No, come on. Now, that's a little bit of a stretch. But also, the cruise lines can't survive with nothing until 2023, 2024. They'll all be gone. You know? Now, given somebody will replace them, because cruising is it's a proven market. It's a proven market. So I do think that, let's say, I hate to bring it up, and then like the negative end, cruising doesn't start until 2023, 2024. As who is that said that? Sorry guys, I gotta go back. Anyway, somebody said cruising not happening until 2023, 2024. 99% of the cruise lines will probably go bankrupt by then and just disappear, and then somebody will have to replace them. Oh, but there's so much demand for cruising, I don't think it'll ever go away. It can't go away. Sorry guys, I'm missing all these comments. FDA is taking their time until December 10th. Yeah, everybody's talking about December 10th now to make sure it's safe. The vaccine, that is. Yeah, I get that, but I'm talking about on a time basis, right? I can get it. They can say it's safe all they want, but how safe is it really? What are the long-term effects? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? If I take the vaccine and I'm fine for the next 3 years, then 10 years I get cancer and they come to find out that it was all due to the vaccine, who do I talk to? You know what I mean? What's the December 10th day specifically for? It's just being thrown out there as a date that they'll have a vaccine ready to go and start being distributed out to, you know, save the world, I guess. I have cruises out of Fort Lauderdale in April happening. I can see that happening. It just depends on the ship, because they may not have your ship that you were sailing on going out of Fort Lauderdale. So you might have to change itineraries or a different ship. So the itineraries are definitely going to change. The ships, it just depends which ones they decide to phase back in. I don't trust the rush vaccine, won't be getting it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just think this whole situation is really strange. You know? I mean, call it what you want. And I'm not a political guy or anything like that at all. I just think the way all of this has gone down. Look at China. How is it that China is back to doing regular things again? What happened there? You know what I mean? Sweden. Never locked down. They were fine. And now they have this random explosion of cases. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get on that too much, guys. But that's just kind of like, question everything. That's all I say. That's it. Disney is doing just 2 of their 4 ships. I don't think that's strategic on their part for many reasons. Why is that? I mean, I would assume that only makes sense. That only makes sense if they were to do that. Here's a hunch. COVID is just a biological weapon. I mean, again, I couldn't. I mean, technically, nobody can not deny anything that, you know, any craziness that's going on. You never know. You never know. Okay. Like I said, it's not a political thing. It's just like, okay, this is a weird virus. A man eats a bat, and then the bat has the virus and virus. Anyway, whatever. Let's see. I have cruises booked until April, May, June, and September. Wow, it's amazing. All on Mariner out of port. I hope I can go. I hope so. I hope so. And maybe just doing 1 large ship, 1 small ship. See how things pans out for the first month. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I want to know what the scope of electric officers and the salary of the guy in promotion to. Well, it just depends. I mean, I did a video talking about money, but guys, if you don't know, when it comes to how much you make on the cruise ship, it depends on your country, right? How long you've been there, because in your contract, you know, whatever you negotiate as far as like what your contract should have been. I keep dropping my candy. I hope you guys don't mind if I eat these. I've been looking for these forever, and I finally found them, and I'm really excited. So, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be a long road. We're definitely not out of the woods yet. I mean, we got the framework, but I don't think we'll start seeing some potential light at the end of the tunnel until we see these simulated cruises start. What do you think about the entertainment? Let's see. When cruising was, I was gonna make a video talking about that. The entertainment's not gonna be what it originally was. Like if you guys are used to seeing all the Broadway shows and whatnot, I don't see that happening for a while for cruising. I really don't. What kind of candy is that? It's like a little, how do I explain? Like little rainbow things. You just kind of break them apart and you can eat them. So, which cruise line do you work for? I don't work for a cruise line anymore. I was working for NCL and I did fly-ons for a little while with Carnival, like a long time ago when they had the Fun Force. Disney canceled. Yeah, I'll be talking about that tomorrow. Cancel the Quest on Royal Caribbean. What do you mean? So, I mean, I think we're going to continue to see cancellations, unfortunately. Who knows? The other cruise line might catch up with Princess and just cancel until March, the end of March. I'm hoping they bring back the entertainment. That's a huge selling point. Yeah, I agree. I agree. What did you work on the ship? I was an entertainer, so I was a break dancer and acrobat for a Broadway show called After Midnight on the NCL Escape. I wonder why the Bahamas Celebration was denying the sale of their ship. You can't hide the location destination of a ship on maritime tracking websites. Well, I mean, I think it's kind of self-explanatory, but not really. For them to, let's say, confirm it as soon as it happens, people are automatically going to start asking questions. With Bahamas Paradise, for example, because, I mean, either way, every time a ship is sold, the CEO or the spokesman, they never say much. They always deny it for like the first week or two. And then eventually they have to just kind of come out with it and be honest. But let's say with Bahamas Paradise in particular, in my opinion, I do think that if people found out immediately that Bahamas Paradise is selling a ship, just like now, everybody's wondering, oh my God, they just sold a ship. They only got 2 in their entire fleet. Are they going to go bankrupt? What's happening? So it's like they got a whole can of worms over there. So yeah. See, nope, I specialize in Disney, but I do it all. I have a lot of contacts in different ships that would closely follow. Okay, bulk of my clientele. More info on Holland America. Nothing other than the one, well, got tongue-tied there. Nothing other than what we already know about Holland America. I just know, I probably will talk about it tomorrow. There are some of their ships, I think it was 6 of them, heading over to the United States because they're trying to be part of that, you know, that golden ticket competition so they can start sailing. Did somebody say something about, hold on, where is it? Off topic, but your eyelashes are amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hear that a lot. I really do. And it's like sometimes I get to a point where I don't know how to respond. But thank you. I've decided to stop getting disappointed. I'm right there with you. I am. I'm done planning cruises before November 2021. I hope we find waiting one more year. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't. I think, well, with everything going on right now, and I did mention it in one of my other videos, I think that as far as the longer cruises, they're probably going to be done for the year, and unless there's something that happens with the vaccine. Who's on here trolling for a date? I mean, honestly, I'm pretty good at dates, by the way, but I'm a taken man. I'm fun. I'm like the kid that you want to hang out with, to go do fun stuff with. Like my ideal date is to go jet skiing or parasailing, or, you know what I mean? Something crazy, something fun. Anyway, men always have the best eyelashes for no reason. Yeah, I agree. But it's for a reason. We got to look good too. You know what I mean? Hope you get back to work soon. I feel so bad for the crew and people affected by all of this. Oh, I'm working right now. This is it. I'm working right now. I'm not going back to the ship. I think I tell people ask me that every live stream. I would, at this point, unless I got an amazing contract, it'd have to be like the greatest contract in the history of the world. I would not go back to work on a ship. And it's not for a bad reason. It's just I have more things going on other than cruise ship stuff, and I don't want to be away for 6 months out of the year. You know? I've been doing that for like 10 years. I'm kind of tired of it now. Let's see. Just want to be a good wingman. I'm the ultimate wingman. I'm the ultimate wingman. I promise you. Now, given, if I need to make some moves, I'm telling you right now, I won't be the wingman. I'll be the guy that's like getting in there. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I'm a flirt. I really am. I try not to be, but I guess because I have like a pretty big personality, it just naturally comes out that way. So, hey, what are you gonna do? MSC Seaside leaving U.S. port by the end of the month. The Vina will replace her. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So sad that my cruise is canceled, but never had the opportunity to be on seaside. I mean, who knows? Maybe you will someday. Who knows? I'm a married woman, but he has the inevitable island. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's your workout regimen? Are you really fit? Are you really fit? Thank you. Well, so I go to the gym. Like right now, I've been going to the gym like almost every day. But in between that, honestly, I've been fit most of my life. I got a fast metabolism, and just being a breakdancer and acrobat, like there's places that I'll go where I have shows and whatnot. It kind of keeps me fit too. So yeah, I don't really have. I mean, honestly, I don't have like eating a diet plan or anything like that. I eat whatever. You see, I'm sitting here eating candy right now. I got more of it. So, how are the workers going from workers from other countries doing? Do they have unemployment? No, no. I know some of them, friends of mine that are going back to move in with their family. You know, stuff like that. So, I don't know. I mean, a lot of them are not doing well. Definitely not. A lot of them are heartbroken because they're like, well, I invested up my whole life on cruising. I was going to use this to find a way to retire. But a lot of them, they don't have a lot of options in some of these developing countries. So, most anticipated island you can't wait to visit. I mean, like one that's already built or like one that I would want to go to. I love Bermuda. I got a lot of hidden spots over there that I would love to go back to. I love Bermuda. It's beautiful to me. It's one of my favorites for sure. Wait 20 more years, that metabolism is going to slow down. Yeah, I know. I just don't want to get old. I don't want to wait 20 more years. I don't, you know. I'm going to have gray hair and stuff, and I might be fat. I'm going to be an old, mean, fat guy when I get older. Just wait. Don't stop exercising and stretching. The metabolism can change up on you at any time. I agree. I agree. Well, it just doesn't run in my family either. I mean, I have a twin brother, and he's a little bit chunky, but I mean, my dad is pretty skinny, and my dad's 78, so I don't know. I think I'll be all right. One thing though that I'm so happy about is that I never ever have to worry about going bald. It doesn't run in my family, so that's like my biggest fear. I can't be like I'm only 5'6", guys. I can't be short and bald. I'd have no chance. I'd have no chance. I would have no luck with the ladies at all. You know what I mean? I can't be some short, bald, and maybe go get buff black dude running around. It wouldn't work out. So I have a head full of hair. My hair grows pretty fast. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You have no idea. I don't want to go bald. I don't. And being a breakdancer too, it's kind of like a normalized thing for a lot of people because like when we head spin and stuff like that, the friction it creates the baldness. So whenever I do head spins, even if it's for like a show, I always wear like padding. I wear a head spin beanie, all that stuff. So oh god, I'm just started rambling on. I'm missing so many things. Let's see, how old am I? I'm 28. I turned 28 on November 8th. He's fit now because he's deprived of Oreo cheesecake. Yeah. Oh, y'all should have seen me on the ship. I was getting fat. Go watch my older videos. I'm telling you. I got a little bit of a little beer belly going on there. Or should I say an Oreo cheesecake belly going on. Check it out. Check out my old videos. They're still on here. So, like when I first started the channel. Ooh, feel bad for your twin brother. He's probably always being compared to you. Not really. Me and my twin brother are complete opposites. Like we're nothing alike. We're fraternal. And on top of that, it doesn't matter because I'm the older brother. I'm older by 1 minute. I count that. I think that's a factor. I'm still technically the older brother. Short and bald. He'd be the real life George. Tenza, be quiet with that, man. Come on. I mean, thank goodness I'm not. I don't have to worry about that. That's my biggest fear. If I started going bald, I'd save up whatever money I could and go buy Bosley or something like that. Or I'd wear the most realistic looking wig ever. We share our birthday. Whoop whoop. Oh, that's so cool. Scorpio people. Do you think people with diabetes, high blood pressure, etc. will sail? I think there's gonna be more restrictions. I do. Unfortunately, cruising is gonna change forever, and I don't think everybody's gonna be ready for it. Especially the avid cruisers, not gonna be ready for it. I did videos talking about that. Like a lot of people want cruising to come back, but cruising is not gonna. The cruising that we all know is not gonna come back the way we want it to. Unfortunately, that's just the fact of the matter. Sorry I didn't ask earlier. Why didn't more cruise lines start up in Europe, such as Royal Caribbean, even Princess? It's a good question. I mean, I just think it's probably an itinerary issue because not everybody can sail around Italy. You know, it could have been more restrictions. Who knows? Because there's other people other than the CDC that are in charge of certain things. So yeah. Look, I don't know how to say. Is it Shahara? Shahara Summerhill. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. I always appreciate the donations, guys. Thank you. Keeps me from having to go run around driving people around in Uber all day, which I don't mind. I have good conversations with people, but still, you know what I mean. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. No, seriously, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. It really means a lot. So, I mean, George Costanza had a pretty sweet job in New York with the New York Yankees, so it wasn't bad at all. Yeah, but still, it wasn't all bad. I don't care. Even if I was rich, I wouldn't want to be bald. That's not fun. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm older, I want to have, I wouldn't mind having like just my hair cut and just like a nice like grayish looking beard. I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that. I really would. Oh, what's that, Rob? Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification. It has to do with their flagships. Okay, makes sense. But they're also being that it would be hard for Royal Caribbean Princess to limit the nationalities who are on board. Yeah, I agree. That makes sense. Thank you for the clarification. Yo, honestly, I don't have time to wear a mask. I can still attend shows, have unlimited food. I will be fine with other changes. Ah, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm curious as to what all the changes are going to be. It's just things are going to be different. We don't know exactly what the different is, but we'll see. Some men are bald. Some men that are bald are sexy. Yeah, if you're like The Rock, you know what I mean? If you're 7 foot tall and you're just like a giant walking muscle bound dude, yeah, you're going to look good. But I'm 5'6". You know what I mean? I'm like a Kevin Hart height. And imagine that being bald. It doesn't look good. You may have to wear a mask for a while to come. I think so. I think so for sure. Definitely. Let's see. As embassy Italian flagship, they can limit the people on board to the I completely forgot how to say this. Schengen area nationalities. I hope I said that right. I had trouble when I made the video about it too. I'm like, I had never heard of that up until that point. Schengen or whatever you call it. Do any of your Uber riders recognize you from here? I've had a couple. Either that, they just get really excited because since I'm a younger guy driving Uber, people usually ask, what do I do outside of Uber? And I'm like, oh yeah, I do YouTube full time. Like, oh, no way, no you don't. And I'm like, yeah. And then I show them, then they ask about the money and they ask to see my channel and they do all that stuff, So, yeah. That's usually how the rundown goes. Shingen. Is that right? Did I do it? My husband is shorter than you and he's bald. He shaves his head and I think he's okay. You say you think he's fine. Okay. All right. Well, hey, that's great. But I mean, honestly, thankfully, like I said, I don't have to worry about that. My dad's 78 years old and he has a full head of hair. So I'm good. I'm good. That's a personal thing for me. I don't want to go bald. That's all. Let's see. Hey, do you think they will be restricting the elderly? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think unfortunately it's going to be a reality. They're probably going to want more, more, maybe a doctor's note for anybody that's probably 60 and above trying to go on a cruise, let's say between now and maybe the next 6 months. Let's see. From cruising due to protocols in some countries, they don't allow elderly. Yeah, I think that's going to be an issue for sure. But they got to tread softly on that because, cruising, most of the demographic is 45 and above. So what do you expect? It's going to be weird. It definitely is. It's going to be more restrictions probably for people that are older. Watch the ball gen script generation. No, I'm good. I'm telling you. I'm good. My hair, I have too much hair. I got really, really thick hair that grows fast. I mean, who knows? I guess maybe I could wake up one day and it change, but I hope not. Fingers crossed, I guess. My grandpa's hair is as white as clouds, but it's still super thick. It should be good hair too. Oh, okay. Nice. Let's see, Daryl, what'd you say? You're 6 foot and you're bald. Shave it every day in the shower. See, that's too much work. I'm not having the, wait, what'd you say? The cul-de-sac hair. Oh, okay. So you ever heard, so there's the cul-de-sac where you just have like the circle, right? And then there's one that I call the Mr. Swirly, where they have the cul-de-sac and then they have just the patch. Have you seen that before? The Mr. Swirly? Oh, it's so funny. Let's see. See, I'd be paranoid. If I was bald, I'd be like, man, what's everybody looking at? I couldn't do it. When are you appearing on Emma Cruz's live show? She sent me the date. It's gonna be sometime in December. I think it was December 12th. Don't quote me on that. I gotta write everything down, mark it on my calendar. But I do everything on a month-to-month basis. So yeah, I think it was like December 12th or something of that nature. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to do the live with Emma Cruz's. We're gonna have fun. Daryl, can't have it. No, I hear you. Let's see, Ironway Studios. I think the mask mandate will be relaxed if you carry a yellow card which details your vaccines. Damn, that's a lot of work though. You know what I mean? To carry stuff with you like 24/7 that says, hey, wait a minute, I'm vaccinated. It's a lot. It is. It's going to be a lot. You know, I just feel like they're gonna, imagine having to do that to open up a store, to go into the store. I said the 11th. Oh, okay. See, look, I have a stuffy nose. All right, it's making me all like loopy in my head. I haven't taken any medicine or anything like that yet, too, which I'm going to after I get done with this. Oh, thanks, Rob. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you could check out our online store with Salty Maroon. I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet, but we got some pretty cool stuff up there. I think whenever cruising actually comes back, we'll probably do like some type of competition or something of that nature. It's just only so much we can do right now with the shutdown. So yeah, I appreciate it, guys. The whole health passport controversy makes me anxious. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that. I don't like, even outside of ships, I still travel. I don't like it. I don't like that idea. I don't. Said, was that Martin? How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm a musician director for Holland America since 2013. The last news from Holland America was really sad. Do you know how many ships Holland America will have in the Alaskan season or worldwide running their itinerary? Because they used a lot of long voyages. Yeah, I know, around the globe and just a few 7-day runs. Actually, I don't, to be honest with you. I mean, I had thought about that the other day. I definitely should do some more digging, but we'll see. I mean, I think MSC and Holland America, I think every cruise line really is going to have to make a ton of adjustments. You know, it's going to be a ton of adjustments for the cruise line as far as their ports and whatever, because we don't know where they can go, where they can't go. Even when you're talking about Alaska, you got to deal with the Jones Act because they still have to go to Canada, which they can't. So we'll see. We'll see. It feels invasive to a point, right? Yeah. Talking about the global passport, yeah. Or the vaccine passport, yeah. I agree. It's too much. You know, at some point you get to a point where you're just like, look, we can't do it. All right, gut feeling. What month do you think passenger cruises will start sailing? April right now is my target. April. So, you know, guys, and I'm not trying to brag and say I told you so or anything like that, but I know most of you know that I have been talking about this literally for months. Even back in like September, I was like, look, if we don't hear like solid confirmation about cruising happening, let's say in October, you can kiss the rest of the year goodbye. And then with everything going on in January is already a slow year. It's winter time. It only made sense for the cruise line to push back to that point after not having any confirmation for 2020. You know, so my aim right now is as far as when I think cruising will start, like accepting passengers, paying passengers that aren't volunteers, will probably be April. I believe they know exactly when we will sail, but they can't reveal anything because or people will stop booking. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's been the game since day one. You know, but you can only toy with your supporters and audience and customers so much before they're like, look, y'all kept playing games. Why didn't you just cancel a couple months out when you knew full well what was going to happen? You know, you're like poking the bear. You can't do that. You can't do it. You know what I mean? Everything has limitations, right? You can't keep picking people up, giving them hope, saying cruising's going to happen, and then next month later, take them right back down. How many times can you do that? Now, again, some people like I mean, I think we all do. We like cruise ships. But you guys get what I mean. Like the emotional roller coaster, you know, like you're talking about somebody that has maybe people out there have thousands of dollars invested in their cruise. And for them to keep having to do this, they're like, look, just give me my money and I'm going to go home. You know, it's definitely interesting how the cruise lines are handling this. I understand, but I also think things could have been, to a certain degree, on certain points, done better. They could have been a little bit more honest. Let's see, I work with Morella ships. I'm missing it. We are waiting to go to FCO. Oh, sorry guys, it was like a fly or something, or a gnat that got in here. Welcome to Florida. Let's see. You can only be let down so many times before you move on. That's what I'm saying. So after this, the cruise lines are going to have to definitely do something to bring everybody back. Whether it be marketing, well, it's going to be some form of marketing. We'll just see. What did you say? Cute dimples, by the way. Do I have? Oh, I guess, is this considered a dimple? Thank you. Oh, appreciate it. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be called cute. It's weird. Anyway, let's see. Yes, supposed to sail in March, and uncertainty as it is emotionally exhausting. We are considering to just be canceling. Still have a silver line of hope. I agree, but that's what I'm saying. If people, they lose hope every single time. Every single time we see these cancellations, right? We're limited on how everything's gonna go. Are you going? What's that? Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Some future cruise prices are high. That's definitely going to happen. That's inevitable. Cruise prices are going to increase. We're going to end up looking like Titanic, where only Jack and Rose types, or not even Jack and Rose, Rose types, like people that have money are going to be the only people that can cruise by the time everything's said and done. Are you going to do the Vloggers cruise? I wasn't invited to the Vloggers cruise. I guess I'm not cool enough. Nobody invited me to a Vloggers cruise. So, no, I'm not going. I don't think the cruise lines can ask if you have had the vaccine due to the HIPAA laws. I don't know. I mean, they can figure out a way. They can. You know, maybe they can work with the port. Maybe the port can ask. You know what I'm saying? I get there's laws, but still, or it's going to be bypassed for, you know, the good of the world. We'll see. Do you think prices would decrease a few months and start up to attract people? Yeah. I made a video talking about that. I do think as far as when cruising starts, they're going to need those eye catchers and things like prices, deals to bring people in initially. And then as time goes on, in order to recuperate that revenue that they've lost, they're going to gradually increase the price. I think that's how it's going to go down for sure. Because I think if they come out of the gate, with extremely high prices, like super high prices that are like ridiculously high, not just talking about what's happening now with some prices being a little bit higher than expected, people are going to walk away. You know, would you recommend future cruise credit or a refund on a cruise that gets canceled? I think it depends on how invested you are. If you need the money, honestly, personally, I'd take the refund and go take that money if I didn't need it and go put it in the stocks or something, reinvest it somewhere else. Because there's so much uncertainty in the industry right now. Some will copy Virgin Voyages and be all-inclusive. Princess already has a deal like that. Always included program that they have. You know, they have that program. They literally just pretty much took what Virgin Voyages is doing, and they increased the price a little bit. Watch your money. The economy's volatile. Oh yeah, no, trust me, I know. You know, I pulled out on a lot of my stocks, to be honest with you. I've just been investing in things that I think are going to stay at least somewhat afloat. You know, like a Neo stock, which is like a lot of people are calling it Tesla's competitor over in China. And China's doing well, so I keep an eye on that. Right? I'm also in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, mining companies. You know, I'm careful about where I put my investments right now. You're a cool man. Thank you. You're cool too. Mike Dixon. Anybody that calls somebody else cool has definitely got to be a cool person too. So I appreciate that. What I missed? Let's see. I work for Morella Cruises. Can't wait to get back on. Hi from England. Oh, thank you. So I don't know what's going on with the lockdown, by the way, over there, but I do plan on going back to England sometime next month, the end of next month. Ideally, I'd like to be there for New Year's to go be there with my girlfriend, but I'm going to see how it's all going to work. I just know they're locked down, but I think I could still technically fly over there, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, guys, I'm going to get out of here in 1 minute, but just understand that we're not out of the woods, you know? And you guys know I don't ever mean to be negative Nancy or pessimistic or anything, but I think that we always got to look at the reality and say, all right, well, let's see how all this plays out. And we kind of go from there. Cruise lines have a long road to go. You know, they're not out of the woods yet. And the one thing that we have to wait and see is when they're going to start these test sailings. Because if we don't try to start the test sailings, then we can't do anything else. So, yeah, Rob, I would definitely let you know. I just know they're locked down. But I mean, maybe somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I could still fly over there and go lock down over there. I mean, because I had no problem getting out of there last time. They weren't in lockdown, but still, you guys get my point. So I don't know. We'll see. You got to lock down in a second. Okay. Yeah, actually, my girlfriend just told me that. So if they don't go into another one, I think I should be out there. Have you guys been together for like 4 years? When are you gonna pop the question? It's been 3. It's been 3 years. But I've also been traveling and stuff like that. She lives in another country. I live in another country. So yeah, we'll see. I think I can. Okay, cool. Well, I was gonna buy a ticket today, so either today or tomorrow, because Tuesday and Wednesdays are the best day to buy flights. So we'll see. Yes, you can. I would need, and you would need the quarantine. Yeah, same thing I did last time. Okay, cool. It's not really a lockdown. You can still go shop, eat out. Yeah, my girl's been going out, so I mean, she hasn't had a problem. She's still been working, so we'll see. Either way, but that is my plan to be over there for New Year's, so we'll see. Anyway, guys, all right. Well, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I just wanted to catch up from yesterday, and I figured, Monday's a weird day, but why not? I appreciate you guys so much. I'll be back with my videos tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff I'm pretty sure is gonna come up this week. And we'll go from there. All right, guys, I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you. Guys, before you leave, make sure you like the video for me too, of course. And if you guys happen to be new, subscribe, all that other good stuff. Check out Salty Maroon, our online store. I will see all of you later, guys, okay? So take care. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?